I will start my speech by quoting Vice President Dombrovskis during a speech at Bloomberg, and it will be the guide for my intervention today. So we have a financial system that is inherently international, and international finance needs international regulatory cooperation. We need also a common approach, as it makes it safer and underpins the level playing field we need for free trade, competition, and growth. So with that in mind, I'd like to take you to my first point on the alignment of the proposal with international work. So if indeed the scope of the EU proposal is all the CCP that are established in the Union and authorized under EMIR, clearing activities are indeed cross-border international by nature. So the consistency with international guidance is essential. So as mentioned by the previous speaker, the Commission has been and will remain actively involved in international regulatory fora, in particular in this context, the FSB and CPMI IOSCO, thereby fostering the alignment between the proposal and the existing forthcoming guidance. And it will not be the end of the story, of course, where needed and agreed. If further adjustments are needed, I felt needed, it will remain possible through co-legislative procedure to bring them into the final text. So that's the first, let's say, keyword I would like you to have in mind when you go out of the room today, is the consistency of our proposal with the guidance. Other few keywords that are important also in the design of the proposal are cooperation, preparation, and often we downplay a bit these aspects of preparation. That's been mentioned during the first panel. I think it's really important to focus on that one. We will only be able to correctly handle a crisis if we are well prepared. So preparation is an aspect that is central to the proposal. Within this context of preparation, yes, we have cooperation, the coordination among authorities, and information sharing. So what are the tools that would enable us to put these keywords into the practice? So at European level, we have the European Resolution College. I will not go into the detail because Stella already provides you with an exhaustive and comprehensive view of the proposal. But the idea is that those resolution colleges will be chaired by the home authority of the CCP, and the membership is based on what EMIR already provides today for the supervisory college. We extend this composition to the different resolution authorities. But doing that, we will involve the authorities of the affected institutions, the central banks, Central Bank of Issue, as well as the EBA and ESMA. So bringing around the table all the parties that are relevant for the discussion and the preparation of an effective resolution. They will have a key role in all preparatory phases. So it means that they will have to agree together on the resolution plans, the resolvability assessment of the CCP, the measures to remove the impediments to resolvability. And because coordination and preparation are essential elements, relevant third country authorities might be invited by the chair as observers in the context of these colleges to, in particular, discuss the enforcement of the different measures agreed by the college. So their involvement is considered also important just to ensure that the college is aware of, for instance, the potential impediments that might exist in the enforcement of resolution actions in those third countries. what are the treatment of the third countries under the proposal? So the approach is based similar to the BRD. What we wanted also is to facilitate the enforcement through the contractual recovery arrangements and recognition clauses. So basically, if the authorities see issues in the enforcement, they may require the CCP to modify the contractual arrangements in a way that would facilitate the resolvability of the CCP. In addition to this more contractual basis, international agreements could be negotiated by the Commission. In the meantime, or in addition, there could be bilateral arrangements, MOUs, between the different authorities involved. As a principle, and that's important in the proposal, as a principle, the recognition, there will be a recognition of third country resolution proceedings. However, because those third country resolution proceeding could have an impact in the relevant member states, there is a possibility to refuse the enforcement of those resolution proceedings under very strict circumstances. So it could have an adverse effect on the financial stability of the member states concerned. There is an asymmetric treatment with the third country home resolution proceedings. There could be material fiscal implications for the member states concerned, or it is contrary to the applicable national laws. For the MOUs and bilateral arrangements I mentioned, ESMA could develop guidance that will form the basis for those arrangements. Then other keywords or elements that were taken into consideration in the design of the proposal were the need to strike a balance between different elements that were mentioned also in the previous session. So we needed to find a way to balance the incentives, the transparency, the flexibility, provide certain safeguards, and some predictability. So what we've done to achieve those elements and the balance between all these elements. So as far as the recovery plans are concerned, they should be part of the rule book, the operating rules in the language of the proposal of the CCP. The design of the recovery plan would involve the clearing participants and the risk committee. So thereby ensuring transparency by the affected clearing members, clients, and also their involvement from the design phase of these recovery plans. Then, because we've provided this transparency to the clearing members, then they are able to inform their clients of the costs and effects of recovery measures that could be taken by the CCP. And that, I think, is also important for the clients to take that into consideration and see how they could be affected by such a situation. Then, as regard the resolution, it is based on the usual CCP's risk management and recovery tools that are accepted internationally. And we spoke about the constrained flexibility, but what it is exactly as a concept, this constrained flexibility? Well, actually, indeed, the resolution authority has a lot of powers given by the proposal, has this flexibility to eventually deviate from the resolution plans. But all these flexibility has been framed by the resolution objectives. The resolution authority is not expected to act just because it is, let's say, funny to act in a certain way. There are specific objectives to be achieved. It will act also within the context of a resolution college, where all the preparatory elements will have been agreed jointly, and whereas mentioned previously by Stella, there will be an ex post justification for deviations. Strong constraint, the safeguards, and especially the no creditor worse off. It is a strong constraint to the action of the resolution authority. And then the context of independent valuation that provides this neutral approach to the valuation in the context of resolution, and that will be built in the no creditor worse off counterfactual. And I come to an end. Thank you.